Well, hello folks, welcome along to the channel. I am the Custard Prophet. We're back with this Tennis Manager 23 save, back with Crusty Bun and back in the Custard Academy. And yeah, we've implemented the strategy that was suggested to us, and this is kind of like the first match or first tournament that we've come to with that strategy in place. Admittedly, it is so that essentially the strategy was we only go into the ATP 125 events or the 250 or somewhere in between, and we stick at that level apart from the major tournaments. So it just gives us that little bit more confidence until we're good enough to make the step up, which I feel were not at the time. And we're back at this level. It's a relatively sort of mid-ranging tournament in that range. An MTL Pro 175 event, and we are in the semi-final, and I think it's quite an interesting semi-final matchup. What was really pleasing is we got a good win in the first round against Hamed Medjodovic, who we had lost to before, 6-3, 7-6. It was a good win against a good player, so I was pleased to get that one out of the way. We then beat Rinky Hayata, which is a great name, 6-3, 6-4, and in the quarterfinals, Marcus Giron from the USA beat him 7-6, 6-4. None of the matches were particularly dominant, but we got all of them done, and we sit here in the semi-finals, and we've got potentially a couple of really interesting matches against players who are around the same level as us. Hugo Gaston, 4th seed in this tournament. He's ranked 4 places below us, so that's going to be fun if we can go up against him and give him a good game. And then Alex de Minore, who is 39th in the world, dropped a bit because I'm pretty sure he was in the top 20 not so long ago. But I think those two matches feel like they're not completely out of our capabilities, but I think they should give us enough of a test, and we've gone far enough in the tournament, so if we do lose it, it doesn't matter, and we've got another match coming up afterwards. So I think that hopefully is going to be the plan, and so we're sticking in this level of tournament and also making sure we have sufficient breaks to do the training, because as a young player, and Krusty's only 18, 19, he's still going to get a big boost from doing his training and want to get those things as high as possible. So those two things need to be really well balanced. In terms of what we've been up to in the background, so we've basically just gone on a couple of weeks where we've just done training. We've been trying to boost some of our physical attributes, trying to get our speed to 13, which we managed. We're also waiting for this infrastructure upgrade, so the hard courts will be upgraded fairly shortly, which will be good, and that should tickle us above 3 out of 5 in the sports centre, so that's important. We really want to improve the quality of our infrastructure here, and we are just starting to think about getting a second player, and so what we have done is we have got an agreement for this person from Armenia, Milena Yanakian, who is a 29-year-old scout at an aspirant level, so she's not terrible, player evaluation of 13, and we're going to get her looking for some possible people to bring in. We also need to bring in a coach and trainer as well, so all those things are going to be important, and obviously we want them to be good. And a physio as well. So, yeah, this will be interesting to see how all that plays out. So, it's probably going to take a couple of months to get all of that done, but first steps are being made. Right, let's go and play this match against Hugo Gaston. In the comments, let me know how you think we're going to get on. I'm hoping we can give him a good match and actually come out on top. So, he is in medium form. He's got good win rate on grass, actually, 72%. He's an all-court player, so he's potentially very offensive. Uses drop shots, which we don't like. We're trying to up our speed because we seem to take a long time to get to these drop shots. So initially, we might not actually need. I'm going to stick with that there. There wasn't anything about power there. He is troubled. He's got troubled relaxation, so that should be fairly easy to sort out. There we go. Don't think about the consequences. Relax and just play how you know doing it. So we've now got him up to reassured. So in terms of his mental state, he's exactly where we might want him to be. Maybe we could have confidence up to self-assured, and he might be pumped as well. I think both of those things would be helpful. Let's dive in and see how he does.
1540.
Well, poor start, 1540.
Second service.
On Crusty's serve. He's gone long with that one. So 1 love down. Disappointing opening serve. Well, we went close on his serve, but we are giving away a break point here. Lovely serve right down the centre. And he has got a break point. We haven't not a match point, a set point. We've not got a single break point on his serve yet. We've not actually got a game to juice. We've got to 30 quite a few times, and we have here as well. So, you know, could we put the pressure on here? Not sure where things are going wrong. That's a lovely hit. And it's just opened up the court. Very nicely done. And that was just better than we were. It wasn't a bad rally. We played quite well in it. But he opened up. He worked that win. He put us out wide, opened up the court, and then put it in the space where we weren't. So let's have a look what is going wrong and see if there's something we can do to put this right. I don't think we're far away. So we're not obviously getting enough of the return points. That's probably a big thing. We're not winning enough on our serve. So both of those things are difficult. We're getting a good amount of first serves in, which is great. And we're winning only 64% of those first serves. So that's a little bit worrying. 50% of the second serves feels like that should be a bit higher. And we've only given up 2 break points, but only only we're able to save 1 of them. Not got a single break point for us yet, which isn't great. It's pretty even. I mean, it looks like we need to focus on his backhand. I think we might already be doing that, but let's just check. Yeah, we are targeting his backhand. So maybe we'll stand a little bit further back, see if that's going to make the difference. I'm going to have another think, see if there's something else I can do here. Something I can exploit. No, in the end, I'm going to leave it like that. I don't think there's much between us. But we've got a break point to save here. Oh, good God. And that's what we want to see. Very confidently done. Cross court, but another one. You just wonder whether Crusty at those times could stay in the net rather than going backwards. Another one. This is the 3rd one. I mean, it's good that he's not giving him the chance there, and that was well done also. Couple of advantages Crusty had. He couldn't make the most of it, and we're really struggling to get through this first game. The advantage has gone. That is nicely done, and Crusty's playing quite well. Just need to get through this though. Was his 5th advantage? There we go, well done. Well, very next, or a couple of games later, Crusty did get the didn't make any impact on his serve, but he's got a couple more break opportunities here. Does feel like Crusty is just about hanging on here. But beautifully done. And finally, Crusty has got his break points, and he's going to have got a potential 2 of them with 40-50 or 15-40 up. Let's see how he does. That was nicely done. Oh, look. Just saw the space and put it into it. That was very well played from Gaston. Was that on the line? 4-2. Oh no. Just when you thought it was going well. into the net though. There you go. 30-40. Crusty, if he holds this, he could potentially take this to a third set. All he needs is this game. But not good enough. It's back to 5-4. Well, it's interesting. We're at tie-break. Let's have a look at the stats in this second set, because I reckon we're quite close in terms of points won. You can see second serve return points won, 75% for Gaston. But we're about even on the first serve. We're just not quite good enough on the second serve. We're absolutely level on points won though. So yeah, this is interesting. I don't know which way this is going to go, but much better from Crusty. Let's see how he gets on. Not good. Oh, this is disappointing. Another match where he's given up the chances. I feel this wasn't so much lost from poor play. Oh, that's lovely. I didn't have a clue what was going on there. 6-3. It doesn't feel like Crusty's lost this because of poor play, really. He's battled hard against this guy. Didn't take the opportunity he had. Oh. And it's just, yeah, the extra spin. So Crusty does not get into the semis, into the final there. But he should pick up, he should be back up to something like a decent shape, I think, which makes a huge difference. So yeah, we've got now a good shape. Getting through to the semi-finals here, that's not bad. And all of a sudden, we're going to have big boosts physically, and all of those negatives are taken away. So I think that's going to be great. We have got some important games coming up. I'm going to be interested to see how we get on in the next one, because this strategy should mean that over time we just generally get a bit better. Anyway, we get £7,500. So that's pretty good. So that's 7.5 grand, as normal people say it. So we're up to 87,000 in the bank, which is great. We've got Wimbledon coming up, but we've got another tournament at this kind of level before that, and I'm going to be interested to see. We should be building into those tournaments and getting better and better, and hopefully we'll be able to get used to getting some victories at that level. So this is probably going to take a little bit of time just to see the effects, but it's nice to get a decent distance through the tournament, and it was nice to actually feel like we weren't far away from that. We could, I think, on a different day we could have won that if the tennis gods had been on our side. We had to play well, and we did. But if he hadn't been quite as on it, I think we might have got that one. Anyway, folks, if you enjoyed that, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. See you for the next one. Goodbye.